My name is Asma Shabir. I'm a president for the Muslim Student Association here at Mercy College. We started a project called Hijab for a Day. The main purpose of doing this project is to spread awareness about hijab, what it is, and why Muslim women wear it. Common perception of the hijab is that women are forced to wear it. We had girls try it out for a few hours. Some girls tried it, wore it for the whole day, and we will ask them about their opinions, how they felt, what was the reaction of people who have seen them without the hijab, and their views about how they felt, whether they felt oppressed or how were they more confident about themselves, or they felt oppressed.
Do you think that the event was successful?
It was really successful. The turnout was really good. We did not expect that much of response. The response was so good that we are actually planning to do it again. So yeah, it was really interesting to see how people react.
Great. Well, great. It was great talking to you, Asma, and we look forward to more events like this in the future.
My name is Michelle, and I'm a senior at Mercy College.
So today you decided to try on a hijab to see what it would feel like to wear one. So can you kind of tell us how long you wore it, what class you went to, and
Well, I wore it halfway through my math class. So when I came down for break, I saw what was going on, so I decided to do it. Yeah, so that's when I had it on for the most part.
So what did it feel like wearing it, and did you feel anything different at all from your students or from the teachers or when you're walking in the hallways or anything like that?
Well, when I walked into class, it was obviously a difference to how I walked into class. So there were a few snickers and looks, but that's about it in class. And I did feel a little, I don't know, I felt like people were a lot more formal with me than usual. That's pretty much the things that stood out to me the most.
Do you think that they were reacting just because they were so used to seeing you without it, or was it more based on the fact that their reaction in general to people wearing a hijab?
Well, based on the reactions that I got outside of class, I kind of had the feeling that that's how people usually respond to people wearing the hijab. It was just I don't know, like an extra formality like that I just never usually experience. So.
Do you feel it was a worthwhile experience, that you learned a little bit about it?
Absolutely, definitely. I definitely learned a lot more than I knew before, which was very little. So it was definitely worth the experience, and I would love to do it again.
Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate your input. I'm talking to Jade Snyder, and Jade Snyder is an instructor here at Mercy College, and she teaches intercultural communication, and she's also participating in the project to try on a hijab to see what kind of reaction she gets, but also to see how she feels about wearing one. So why don't you tell us what it was like to wear one, Jade?
Well, it was really eye-opening. I came downstairs and happened upon the table during my break for students, and when I went back, it was really unbelievable to see the response. We had just finished talking sort of about stereotype ideals and things of that nature, and how people tend to, when they see someone, only sort of look at what's the tip of the iceberg, so that's what's visible, and they're missing all the rest that comprises a person, their cultural and ethnic background, their religious. So they couldn't believe it, first of all. So it was really well timed, because every student in my class's eyes opened wide, and some of them actually physically sat back, and they couldn't believe that I had walked in with it. And I thought about whether or not I was going to play it off as if this was my religion and I was just holding back until we got to know each other a little bit better, but I didn't. I just kind of went through and talked about the program and talked about the girls who were down here, and I encouraged my students to participate, because it's actually an assignment that I'm giving to have them experience a culture in a different way. And what could be more immersive than doing something like this? So.
Oh, great. So I'm glad you thought it was a fulfilling exercise, and I can't wait to talk to the other students. And so thank you very much, Jade, for your input.
Oh, I did want to say something else.
Yeah, please.
The other thing that was interesting, to me was after class was finished, I took one or two of my students down the hall with me to the library where I had to return something, and I wanted them to witness sort of the other folks that were around us looking at me, and of course, it seemed to be a little bit jarring for some folks. According to the students who were with me, I got some side looks and things like that, because it's not typically expected for someone of my skin color, is what I think the response was, is kind of, I don't fit the part, or the mold. And that was an interesting sort of stereotype to play with. And I don't mean in the pejorative sense, I mean to kind of try on. So it was a good project. The other thing that was interesting is I was in the library, and so I do have a few colleagues there. And I didn't obviously tell them about the project. So it was a moment where I actually, for myself, as a deep feeling, I had to play with the idea of whether or not I wanted to tell them, oh no, this is just a project I'm doing. This is not my identity. And I questioned why I would have said that. And I didn't say it, but the reasons that I think I might have is because I believe, not in the stereotypical sense, but that we want to show who we are personally. And so when we have things that are not typically part of our identity, it changes our impression of ourselves and the way others view us in a very serious way. And my need to express my truth to them was getting confused by what I had on me. And so that was a really interesting question that I asked myself as I was going through the experience. So thank you.
Wow, so it's almost like, in a way, it's like a provocative cue that gets people to think by sort of altering their experience, the ways they normally go about their daily lives, and help them question their own perceptions.
Oh, absolutely. And why was it that among my colleagues, I wanted to make a disclaimer of some kind?
Right.
And, and whether or not that was appropriate, or if that was, a tip toward judgment. And when I explored it, I think that it did provoke to me that one of my values, my most deep-seated values, is the search for truth in my identity, and to express that. So trying something on that was different from my identity created a persona for me that I wasn't initially comfortable with. But an unbelievable job you girls did, and a great assignment. Good project.
Well, thank you so much, Jade, for your feedback. Really appreciate it.
Hello, my name is Joaquin, and I'm a bio major here at Mercy. And my experience wearing a hijab was amazing, actually. I was doing research, and I went downstairs, and there was a table, and the girl was explaining how hijab, how do they wear it in Islam, and it's not really forced upon women. It's a choice. It's an option, and they gave me the option to wear it all day, which I did, and actually I had no stares at all. It's very comfortable to wear it, and no stares at all. Actually, I got more hellos. People actually said hi to me walking down the hallways. So it's a very great experience. It's very eye-opening.
So in terms of the way you might have felt about other women that you would see sometimes around campus wearing a hijab, or that you see on TV or something, do you feel more of an understanding of maybe what their experience is like?
Yeah, definitely. Now that I pretty much put myself in their shoes, definitely. Like before, I thought like everybody else thought that it was like forced, but now it's like a choice, and I respect it 100% more. Like it's very, now I can see them differently now.
I mean, the greatest misperception I think that the West has is that women are somehow forced to wear it, or that they want to wear it against their will. And the biggest goal of the association to have the project done today was to show that they're all very, very willing and happy to do it. And I hope that you might have had a little bit of a sense of that new awareness.
Yeah, definitely. It's very, definitely. Even the lady, the student that showed me how to wear it, and she put it on for me, she actually said that she chose to wear it, and her mom doesn't want her to wear it. It's her choice, and it's actually great that they can choose, to wear it, and I respect it 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for participating on the project. Take care.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm a junior here at Mercy College and I'm a cybersecurity major. Today I participated in Wear a Hijab Day, and I have to say it was very eye-opening to see the reactions of those around me. People who normally see me every day on a daily basis were really surprised when they saw me wearing a hijab.
That's okay.
The main question that I got today was, are you converting to Islam? No, I am not. I'm still my religion of choice. But I decided that it would be a great opportunity to see the cultural differences to put a hijab on. Not at all. I feel that wearing the hijab is, I have friends who are Muslim and I have friends who do wear the hijab. It's a choice. They choose to wear it. It's their decision. It's basically a decision between them and Allah about whether or not they're going to wear the hijab. It's not something that's forced on them, just like me wearing this hijab today wasn't forced on me. I chose to wear it just like they choose every day to put theirs on. It's not oppressing. It's more, to them, it's their faith. It's their closeness with God. And saying that their closeness with God is oppressive is very insulting to them.
Exactly. It sounds like you really really got the message from the project. And I just want to thank you for participating in it. It's really great of you.
You're very welcome.
All right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Rana Yimbo, and I am currently majoring in biology here at Mercy College. And I decided to wear the hijab today because I wanted to see what it was like from the view of somebody in his religion. Typically, there's a stereotype that people from the Middle East do wear them, and they do, but it's not just people from the Middle East, and I learned that today. I learned it's African people and people in Australia who wanted to be Muslim, and people of different colors and races who came from different backgrounds who probably grew up Christian and grew up Jewish and grew up different ways but wanted to be Muslim. And this is a part of being Muslim. And I didn't know that, so I wanted to see what it was like to be Muslim. And this is part of it.
So you wore the hijab for several hours today. Mm-hmm. So tell us, did you get any kind of a different reaction from the people around you or for anyone in your classes or anything like that?
I got looks, not dirty ones, but I got looks of, I've never seen her before because I've maybe seen a few people before and they looked at me like, I wonder why she's wearing that. But I walked into class today and people kind of treated me regularly. You know, they just looked at me and were just like, oh, you know, I've seen you before, what's up? They just said hi to me, and some didn't ask. Nobody asked why I was wearing it or where it came from, but they kind of gave me the face of, I wonder why she's wearing it, but never really outwardly asked.
Now, one of the goals of the Muslim Student Association for having this project was to let students understand that women wear the scarf, the headdress, the hijab by choice. That's their own choice to wear it, that they're not forced to wear it, and that they're proud to wear it. And it's not a burden to wear it. So since you've worn it for a few hours, do you feel like it would be, if you had to do this every day, it would be any kind of it would hamper your style or be a burden in any way?
Well, I guess probably in terms of like hair, because hair is a part of a woman's like physique and beauty. It's an accessory and it's something that women have pride in. My hair is really big and curly and fluffy, so like I guess that was the only thing I needed to put a headband on to control this part, but I think other than that, this really didn't bother me. I think I have friends who do it by choice, who never wore it all their lives, and now they do. But
would you feel it's given you a closer understanding of what a Muslim who does wear it by religious choice would go through during the day? Giving you a better understanding or insight on that?
Yeah, that was my question. I asked the girl at the table, I asked her if why she wore it, and she said she was never really enforced, but she wanted to because it shows modesty, and it's like it's a religious integrity thing and not I was forced to wear this thing. And that's what I thought was really, really cool, and I was just like, I really want to wear it, I really want to try this out, this is really cool.
Well, great. Well, I'm so glad that you participated in the project, and we'll try to do the project again and get some more reactions from students. So thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.